Hello, Sarangees. Welcome to Chasing K-Dramas, the podcast that dissects popular Korean dramas episode by episode. We dig into the characters, themes, and everything in between. I'm Chrissy Choi, and I'm here with my co-host,
Dulcé Sloan. So listen, we're still on our road to 10,000 Sarangees campaign because Chrissy has goals. But we're going to upgrade this from a goal to a manifestation. Look at God. We're going to take this to a manifestation because Chrissy Elizabeth Joy, that's not her middle name, but that's not the point. Chrissy needs us to have 10,000 subscribers on this here YouTube channel. So you know how you subscribe? There's a button down below. I don't know nothing about that. I'm not a scientist. All my coding comes from MySpace. Down below, you click the button, and then you tell everybody about us. You tell all of your friends and all your drama addicts that they got to subscribe because we are... I want to say we're the best K-drama podcast, but we're my favorite. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to follow. You're going to leave us a review on the Apples, on their Spotifys. And be sure to join our official fan club, Club Sarangees, on the Substack. That is chasingkdramas.substack.com, where you can get bonus content and read our newsletter for only $6 a month. Now, what are you doing for $6 a month?
Nothing.
It ain't buying gas. I tell you that much because I didn't vote for him. Now, also, what I need y'all to know is Chrissy, she an innovator, okay? She's out here doing real work, changing the game. And so what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to give us a call on the Sarangees hotline at 213-632-6865 and drop your questions and comments. And make sure you leave any of your social media handles because you might get featured on the show.
So I just wanted to add, we added our first Sarangees hotline to the episode. So the episode that goes out tomorrow, which is episode 4 of The Glory, because as you guys know, we record ahead. Mm-hmm. We do have someone calling in, which is great. We left a message. So instead of the credits, I put her message in. So be sure to tune it in. I don't think she left her name though, but it's fine.
She'll know it's her.
It's okay. She'll know. She'll know.
She'll get to the end of the episode on the YouTubes where she subscribes and she can put, it was me.
Yeah, she could comment.
Because there's so many times, like there's a video of me talking about America was started as a business at the GLAAD Awards.
The one that went viral.
Mm-hmm, on the gold dress. It still pops up every week. And people go, oh, this is great. And they go, who is it? And I'm like, it's me. I was tagged in it. So if I'm tagged in it, so I'll just go, oh, it's me. And they go, oh, yay. So, yeah. Let us know who you are so that we can thank you.
It's helpful.
For calling in because you wanted to be credited for what you're doing.
What are your June dates?
Oh, my June dates. Let me get here into my internet machine. Also, all my friends are bullying me about my phone code, so I changed it. You're welcome. And now I just have to make sure I remember it every time I go on my phone. And so my dates for June is I'm doing Milwaukee Pride. I'm one of the headliners of Milwaukee Pride. And I've always wanted to be a headliner at a Pride Festival. I've always wanted to be in the parade at a Pride Festival.
Like the Marshal.
I want to be like I want to be sitting in the back of somebody's convertible, but like not in this. I want to be like sitting on the back of it, like you know how you sit in furniture at the club. Mm-hmm. And so, because I love standing on furniture in a nightclub situation. So the 6th, I'm going to be in Milwaukee Pride in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. Then the 12th to the 13th, I'm going to be at New York Comedy Club in Stamford, Connecticut. So pay attention.
Not New York.
This is not New York because you know in New York, none of the clubs do headliners. It's all showcases. There's no headliners.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, I kind of like that.
So the Comedy Cellar, no one headlines, all of that.
You know, I've never been to the Comedy Cellar.
You're fine.
I kind of want to go.
You can go
because it's like an institution.
Sure, but it's everybody does 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So and then you'll run around and see. Because also it's 4 different clubs too. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then I'm doing Commonwealth Comedy Club in Dayton, Kentucky. And then in July, I got some shows coming up in Irving, Texas. And I got shows in Chicago, in Houston. And then in August, I got a show in St. Louis. And the calendar's still filling up. I think I just added a show in September. No, I added a show in October. And I'm going back to Laughs in Seattle in December.
My God.
So.
Okay, we can stop talking about, like, the future.
Yeah, because the future is hard.
It's coming.
Okay,
it's coming.
But I do want to make sure that everyone. A lot of primaries are coming up.
Oh yeah,
a lot of primaries are coming up, and the people who are really good at voting in primaries and midterm elections happen to be Republicans. So
we got to go out and vote. Please
go
LA.
Vote.
Please be smart when you vote.
All of America, go vote, especially black people, because they literally just gutted the Voting Rights Act. And they are already changing districts.
I just can't.
And the governor of Georgia is trying to do it because Tennessee just did it. So trying to change all these
South Carolina, I think, is trying to do it. They're all trying to do it. All the southern states are like, yeah.
Well, and I think it's also going to start being some of the other. But people think it's what's most interesting is people like, well, it's these southern states are so racist. I'm not saying that they're not. But what I'm saying is you do this in southern states because 60% of the black population in America still lives in the 13 enslaving states. So that's where most of us live.
Anyhow,
so that's where.
I'm
so
not
you're
looking forward to all of this.
They don't have all black congressional districts in Ohio.
Well, this is the only way. This is the only time. So that's why they're trying to gut everything, which is awful.
Right. But I don't want everybody to think that like, oh, everything has already changed. It hasn't. And all of the people that will go, because at one point all 50 states was having a No Kings March. So if you can go march down Main Street, you can march to the polls, because if you want your voice really heard, because here's the thing, I always say this, if voting didn't matter, they wouldn't work so hard to stop you from doing it.
What'd you do this weekend?
So over the weekend, we went to Smorgasbord, because I'm in the LA Mahjong League, which I want you to join with me. And so Smorgasbord was having an event for AAPI month.
Yep.
And that's how I met them 2 years ago. That's how I started playing with them. And so LA Mahjong League had like an area, them and Steep. They had like a stamp book, and my mother was going around trying to run around and get all the stamps. And so we got our favorite hot sauce from Zindru. I got some more of those Chingu snacks. I had a very dry hot dog pancake, which made me very sad.
Hot dog?
Because you know I love a hot dog. And then my brother got wings, and I just got to listen. Anytime I can spend a day playing mahjong, I am happy.
Good. I'm glad you did it.
What'd you do?
I went to the Renaissance Fair.
I was supposed to go with my friends. We were supposed to do costumes. We couldn't go.
We went because Thomas's friends wanted to go. So Thomas is like, do you want to come? And I'm like, so you know me. I don't really like stuff like this.
You don't like to dress up for stuff.
I know. And I was like, do I have to dress up?
Yes.
And he was like, yes. And then he got his costume. I was like, you know what? I saw it and I was like, sure.
What was he dressed as?
He's like a Robin Hood situation. It was cute.
Was it men in tights? Robin Hood men in tights?
So I made him wear tights with it, but like workout tights. Like he didn't go all the way. I mean, I kind of wish we did because people went all the freak out. So anyways, I got an outfit for like $30 on Amazon.
Yes.
We matched. Great.
Cute. You're like a Maid Marian situation?
Maid Marian situation.
How'd you do your hair?
So, I got my hair cut recently. I chopped it off. I wish I actually had my longer hair because I think if you had it, I could have braided, done it. So I made a French braid.
Yes.
It was crazy, but I think we should do it next year. So they're going to go back. My friends want to join. I think we go, and we wear hanboks.
Because I would love to do like traditional of that period, but like since my ancestors are from West Africa.
Yes. Oh, and then
there's so many
archery.
Kids. Yes.
It's hard. It's real freaking hard.
I'm really good at archery.
I hit the bullseye. I literally hit a bullseye, the side of it, but no one was paying attention. No one saw. And then there were other arrows and no one believed me. And I took a photo of it. And this one lady, she's like, I saw. And I'm like, thank God. Ma'am. And then like Thomas is like, are you sure? Like that was there already.
That's rude.
So
that's rude.
I have to post it, but I took a photo of it and I'm going to put an arrow. I'm going to draw an arrow and be like, that was me. Today's drama chase.
I'm excited.
It's getting so good. Okay, so episode 6 of The Glory. That's what we're going to be chasing today. So this one felt very much like a setup episode. Like so many things were like happening. It was like right? Every piece was moving, and it like moved into places that mattered, which I think was good. Do-young is still chasing her revenge, but for the first time, she faces growing threats.
Because she's finally getting some pushback.
I kind of like this too because it spices things up.
Also, you don't want the writer to give her like, she's worked so hard to get to this, you don't want it to be easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because her life has been so hard, it makes no sense.
Yeo-jeong is moving to Haemyeong to open his own practice because he's a stalker.
Crazy.
Just kidding. With Myeong-oh missing, Do-young pivots her target to Do-young. The bullies start receiving threatening letters, and Jae-joon learns that he's Yesol's real father. Dun, dun, dun. That's not even a big, huge surprise. We knew.
Once they started saying the little girl was colorblind.
We knew. But the episode ends on a heavier note. a panic attack finally cracks Dong-eun open, and she finally lets Yeo-jeong all the way in, scars and all, and he agrees to join her and become her executioner. Okay? So let us get into it.
It's a lot now.
There's a lot. Okay. So we open with Yeo-jeong, my favorite.
Having lunch at a restaurant where it looks like his mom brought her own lunch.
So it was the cafe. It's always that coffee shop that they all met.
She looks like she brought her own food.
She had a little salad. He was
like, yeah, eat your salad.
Anyhow, again, I think like his role is growing, which I like, but these scenes I'm kind of like, whatever.
But the mom's pretty. She got a lot of hair.
She's pretty. So he tells mommy that he's moving to Saemyeong.
Gives her a resignation letter because you know it was something because it was in a little wide envelope.
You got to do it.
Man.
I'm going to start doing that too. The next company I'm at, I'm just going to, instead of an email, I'm going to be like, and I'm going to say resignation letter.
But in Korean.
In Korean. and like in Chinese characters next to it.
And then give it to him with both hands.
Yes.
And they're going to go, I can't. We have to accept it. I think it's culturally insensitive if we don't.
But he tells her that he likes someone. He got a girl. And she's like, oh.
And she's mad because he finds out that he's moving to this place because of this woman. And she gets up and slaps him in the arm. And he's like, ow. Because before people were kind of playful with the ow. And he was like, ow.
Yeah.
He got hit. And then Yeon-jeong and her mom at the shaman. So everybody's seeing their mama today. And that shaman is lighting her. Also, that is the heaviest salt I have ever seen. I know. Is it sea salt?
I think it's strong sea salt.
Like rock salt.
Rock salt, because they're trying to cleanse Yeon-jeong from, Dong-eun's like bad juju,
But it's like this salt she getting hit with. I'm worried she might take her eye out.
I know it's very aggressive. So
yes,
this is I guess a flashback almost. Not a flashback, but we're going backwards, right? Because in episode 1, it's a callback. Because in episode 1, we see her getting the same treatment from the same lady when she was younger, right? Because it was over Dong-eun as well. Because Dong-eun had gotten them in trouble.
Even though her daughter is the one causing all of the problems.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, was the main issue with Yeon-jeong. It's like her mother's like, it's those people just like, well, if you hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have treated you badly. And it's just like, what?
Yeah.
If I hadn't existed, you wouldn't have been awful to me?
I know.
That's crazy. So she's throwing the salt at her, and her mom's like, you're being incompetent. And so she's like, listen, I will call the Ministry of Education. She's like, you know what? I got this. You don't know what you're doing. Let me hit up my boy. And she's like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because she does not want, because if she gets fired, she's worried that Dong-eun's going to start talking. And if Dong-eun's going to start talking, then her daughter's going to find out what she did. She's going to find out that her mother is a monster.
So we now know that Yeon-jeong for sure cares very deeply about her child. We do that already. But she also cares very deeply about what her child thinks of her.
I don't think her mother cares what she thinks of her.
Her mom does not. Her mom is she's like the devil herself. Okay, she is not a nice person. Clearly,
she is business ajuma. You can listen when you see a lady with that haircut.
She's not nice, but Yeon-jeong is just so scared. All she cares is her image. Mm-hmm. And it's so interesting because you can tell, talked about this last time, but we can tell that she knows that what she did is wrong. But she's trying to keep it from her kid.
I don't think she ever thought what she was doing was right. It's just that she just what she wanted to do.
Which is crazy. But now, because she's about to get caught.
And there's real adult consequences, because it was like her mom was able to pay off Dong-eun's mom because Dong-eun's mom was
also trash.
A trash mom.
Yeah.
She has a squeaky clean image. She just won an award.
The alumni award.
She just won an alumni award. And she has actual things to lose because she has an actual reputation. Plus, I don't think she could lose her husband. She could lose her daughter. She could lose her baby girl. And so she finally has real consequences now. But her mother goes, stop looking for solutions in the past and look in the present.
Well, you know what? Her mom saying that is so funny because guess what? We'll see in the future episodes, but you know, we'll see what happens to her. But listen, the past is very much in play here, okay? The past is very much
the past is the reason for this entire show.
Exactly.
It's like Marry My Husband. The past was the reason for the entire show. If you weren't okay growing up, bam, boom, bam.
Oh, I did want to add, though, about salt. Fun fact about salt.
Love it.
My grandma used to brush her teeth with salt.
My grandma did too. But my grandma would mix it with baking soda.
Do you think this is is this just like an old person thing? Or is it like culturally? Like I don't know. I'm assuming my grandma used salt because I guess in Korea, I mean, I'm sure they had toothpaste in Korea, but I wonder what the reasoning is behind it.
I think it was probably, I mean, your grandma grew up in Korea. Mm-hmm. My grandma grew up in Perry, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm just
and
like,
they both, I think it's just a time period thing.
Interesting.
But my grandma was born during the Great Depression.
Should we brush our teeth with salt too? But no, because there's no peroxide. Then you get cavities. But I guess they didn't get cavities.
I mean, you didn't have time to get a cavity if you were brushing your teeth with salt. Not gonna back up them. How dare you have a cavity when you're brushing your teeth with salt? But yeah, my grandma would salt and baking soda together, and that's how she would brush. That's why we would brush our teeth. Because you want like regular toothpaste, and my grandma was like, "Nope, you dip that straight Arm and Hammer," because she would she'd have us mix it together in our hand, and then.
But I guess that's basically toothpaste is probably like baking soda.
Probably. I mean, they have like baking soda toothpaste. So like, I think now you'll add baking soda, you'll add peroxide.
Yeah.
But literally, I remember my grandma having us do that because my grandma had the whitest teeth, and then
that salt works.
Salt works.
Or does she have dentures?
Hey, I don't know Beulah Who's business like that. I was but a child. It wasn't none of my business. You have to understand, they didn't tell us anything. But then you do like a swish of peroxide because I found out the thing about peroxide, you're not actually supposed to put it on cuts.
I use that when we get a cut. We use that brown, like blood looking liquid. Yeah,
iodine. Yeah. But I found out, and I saw it on, and I'm sure people are gonna say that I'm wrong, which is fine. But like when it bubbles up, you know what's happening? It's all the oxygen is escaping from your blood.
Oh. Then we go on to the next section, which is one of my favorites. It's Dong-eun versus the Bob teacher, Mr. Bob.
What's his name on the show?
I call him Mr. Bob. Something's Hanseung-nim. Something teacher.
Boo hiss. So he pulls up. So Dong-eun's pulling the card out of the phone, right?
Okay, so this is Hye-jeong's phone. Mm-hmm. I thought this was a little bit sloppy for her to sit there. And
she's on her planning period.
It was like broad daylight, and she has someone else's phone, and she's clearly pulling out the SD, like the SIM card, which is kind of sus to begin with, you know?
No, because you would switch them out.
Why do you need to switch your SIM card out?
Because you got a new number.
Why do you have a new number?
Because life happens.
So she's going through the photo, right?
Yeah.
But then that crazy teacher walks in, and then he sees her seeing the photos, and it's Yeo-jeong with these men. That man that she's with is not the man that she's engaged to at the end of the episode. So homegirl is, you know.
And she has a picture of Jae-joon that I don't understand.
Oh, because she's in love with him. Oh, we did. Yes. So I think this is the moment when Dong-eun is like realizing, because she's seeing photos of Jae-joon and photos of the guys she's seeing, she clocks in the fact that Hye-jeong has a crush on Jae-joon.
But he's
that is a
revenge receipt.
Revenge receipt.
Cha-ching. Here's the thing. He has to know. He's made reference to her liking him.
He knows, but Dong-eun doesn't. So Dong-eun knows that she could use that against her.
Right. But if the thing is, these girls are being mean to you, you like this man, he doesn't like you back, you could go on about your business and I don't understand why she just won't.
I know. And it's kind of sad because as a stewardess or a flight attendant, she has a lot of access to people.
Yes.
And also, I was a little disappointed that the person she managed to nab was that weirdo at the end.
But of course, that she has no self-esteem.
Yeah, she got a petite man.
But he's also rich as shit.
Yeah, apparently
because he's like, get the biggest diamond.
I know, and that diamond wasn't even that big. They needed a product placement of some sorts. Like, I want like a banger. You know what I mean?
I mean, isn't De Beers in Korea?
Yes, I'm sure De Beers. Oh yeah, De Beers is in Korea. Everything's in Korea. But
that's true.
But
the bob-haired man comes in talking cash shit.
I found him so annoying, but this was one of the funniest moments of the entire episode.
He should be punched.
Because he's basically like, "Oh, teacher, I'm here." She's like,
What do you
She's
need?
like, "What do you need from me?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just here to chat."
Well, the two teachers come in and he's like, "Get us some coffee." And she's like, "I don't want any coffee." And he goes, "Get us some coffee." And I'm like, "Oh, you're not listening to her." And then he starts just trying to act like he's being nice. She's not buying it. And then he's like, "Oh, are you seeing someone? I thought you would have been only interested in older men." And then he goes, "Oh, just kidding."
Dong-eun.
And so
He's basically insinuating that she's having the affair with the chairman, right?
Right.
And she's like,
"But
what?
do you have a girlfriend?" And he was like, "No." And so she's like, "Yeah, of course you don't," basically. And then he's like, you should be glad you're a woman because I would have hit you. And I've had men say this to me before.
That's insane.
It's like, "Oh, you should be glad you're a woman, I would have hit you." And I'm just like, "Oh, you think you would have beat me if I was a man?" So, and then and I said to myself, "But you look like a man who hits women. You look like a man who hits women." And then she goes, "But you seem like you'd only fight women." And then she goes, "Just kidding."
Nongdam. It's like, it's such a...
Also, she didn't say anything to make him react that way.
No. And he's just like, you're rude. You have a rude way of speaking. She's like, you have a way of making people uncomfortable, bro. Like,
Right. Like, this is all you and this hair and this nose need to go on somewhere. But it's like, when he first walked in, I'm just like, oh my God, she's spending all this time trying to get revenge on a bully. And then she just got to this job and this man's trying to
bully her again. So I think in the previous episode, she says, "People like you always sniff me out somehow." It's true. Like, she is the target of all these like crazy people. But what's interesting is that he sees her with 2 phones. Okay. So he knows what's happening. He knows something's up because it's not every day. Like, why would a school teacher have 2 phones unless, you're doing something sketch on the side?
Did I tell you I dated a guy in college who told me he wanted a cell phone from every cell phone company? And I was like, that sounds like a lot of bills. And I said, "You're not selling drugs?" He was like, "No." And I said, "Sounds like you need to sell drugs."
Why would he want a cell phone from every day? Oh, he wanted like different types of phones?
He just wanted a bunch of phones. Oh, this was like 2004. So we were just getting like camera phones, right? Because I had one of the first camera phones because my mom worked for Singular. And it was an attachment that went into the headphone jack. But we get to our first key moment.
Yes.
And that is Hyun-nam making a call.
Yeah, so Hyun-nam calls her while she's talking to Mr. Bob, right? Also, Mr. Bob's haircut, someone commented, it's Anderson .Paak's hairstyle. And that made me scream because it's so true.
I mean, here's the thing. Did Anderson .Paak see the glory and be like,
It's like,
call my guy. Call my guy. Who does Beyonce's? Who's making Jay-Z's Basquiat wig? Call Jay-Z's wig guy and get me one. Because that one Anderson .Paak, but the one Anderson .Paak be having on is very much a Party City wig.
Yes, it's very much of like a wig.
It's so shiny.
It is. This guy's wig is like, it's like a serious wig. Like, he really is a serious haircut.
First of all, I can't tell. It's human hair, first of all. If it's a wig, it's human hair. But between the two of us, we should be able to clock whether or not.
I thought it was a wig.
I think it's a wig because the bang sits up so high. Like, the hair sits up so high. I'm like, this is just it's a wig with a lot of hair.
Could you imagine after you get that role and then you're like in hair and makeup and they're like, "Hey, this is the look that we envisioned for you"? I'd be so upset if I was that man. Because I think that man is probably pretty good looking. He's not ugly without the hair.
Appearance.
He's like a normal looking guy.
Appearance is a spectrum. I think everyone I'm very beautiful. There are some people that don't agree with that. But I'll say this. I have to look up this actor.
We have to look him up.
Because I have to see what he looks like.
I've seen him in a lot of stuff.
Maybe because...
Or maybe his hair is so different that you just don't recognize him.
Or maybe it's in his writer that he has to have this hair. maybe this is who he is and he can't get other roles. Because he's a creep, and he's a creep fresh out the gate.
I think one of the things I really like about this drama too is that every single character, every single actor, I feel like they're very memorable. Like every single person. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because the drama itself is so engaging, but like every single person we've come across, it's pretty like, you know what I mean? Like
They're
you're
all
never
very
going to
well written.
You're never going to forget the teacher.
No.
I will never forget. And we see her is her like, even her like factory friend. She's so distinct, like, you know, and then we have this guy.
But I think this goes to like when we were talking about, like we were doing Unnie's React for Perfect Crown, and you were saying that there was a lack of character development. But a lack of character development comes from the writing of the script.
Yes, of course.
And I think this script is so
fucking good.
I feel like they figured out when they were writing it, it's so character driven.
Yeah.
Even though it's story driven.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
character driven.
Absolutely.
So all of the dialogue is not only giving you backstory into every character, but it's also making sure that every character's decision is how the story pushes forward, as opposed to the characters telling you how the story is pushing forward.
Even the dialogue too, there's like not much, there's some throwaway. Like she actually puts a lot of throwaways for Yeo-jeong. Like the dialogue between him and his mom is kind of jokey, and I'm kind of like, I don't understand why it's so jokey.
Because there's some lightness to them.
Right, but the tonally, like it's like, it makes sense for Hyun-nam because Hyun-nam is like funny. She's funny, but then with Yeo-jeong, like there was also a moment where he's talking to like, I think it's a landlady, that it's like a little bit, they're trying to be funny.
And it's
like,
not working.
And it's just like, it just kind of falls flat. But no, I think the writing, this drama, it's like the pacing, everything. Like there's something about it where it just works. Like everything fits perfectly and it just worked. So Hyun-nam is calling Dong-eun, right? They meet at their usual spot. She's like, I can't find Myeong-oh anywhere. He was at the travel agency last time.
I was following him to the travel agency, and then he disappeared, and she's like worried, like, oh shit, did he switch sides?
Right.
Did he switch sides? And then Dong-eun goes, well, something else could have happened.
He could have been.
He might be dead, girl.
So this is, we know.
Right. Well, somebody busted him in the head.
We know that he's knocked out somewhere.
Right.
We don't know if he's dead, but we know he's knocked out.
You know what? You're right. We don't know that if he's dead. We just know that he got knocked the hell out.
And then what's interesting is like the switching of the sides. And we're going to see in this episode, I don't think obviously he didn't switch sides, but he's doing sketchy stuff to everyone. He is blackmailing everyone.
Because he's an etch-a-sketch.
He is not,
since high school, his days have been consumed by these people and doing things for them. I don't think he has anything else. Because Hyun-nam asked Dong-eun, just like, did you kill him?
Right.
And let me know.
Yes.
Because then I can protect you.
Yes. And then what does our Dong-eun do?
Shuts the city down.
She's like,
bap, bap.
She's like, that's none of your business. You need to leave. She's like, you need to leave me alone.
Beat it, nerd.
We are working together. That we're getting way too close. And they have been because they've been, chatting, eating snacks and stuff.
Because it was so cute. They were leaving each other notes and stuff.
I know.
And then it's like, and Dong-eun did give her a pep talk. Because Hyun-nam was like, oh, I'm always too smiley, and she's like, maybe that's why I get hit.
Yeah.
And then Dong-eun was like, no, we ain't doing this.
And I think for Dong-eun, I think it's smart that she is setting a boundary because, she knows her daughter. She's like tutors her daughter. She knows that Hyun-nam has a lot to lose if anything happens. She has a daughter she needs to take care of. So I think there's just like a lot of things, as much as she likes, or I don't know if she likes Hyun-nam. It seems like she's okay with it because she likes Hyun-nam clearly, but
is what Hyun-nam doing illegal?
I don't think it's illegal. All she's doing is she's just following people
and taking pictures of them.
Anybody
can take a picture of you.
Anyone can take a picture of you. Look at the paps.
Yeah.
I don't think it's illegal, but she's like putting herself into harm's way because clearly something happened to Myeong-oh. It ain't savory what happened to him.
No.
And they know also that they're like horrible people. But yeah, so Dong-eun leaves her, like literally gets out of the car and she's like, no, you need to step away. We're getting way too close. And Hyun-nam's sad. Okay. And then Jae-joon. Jae-joon was out all night or a couple nights. Comes back, looking a little disheveled.
In a cream outfit.
Okay, his outfits are insane. The next episode, I'm like, oh my God. But
he dresses like somebody who didn't have money growing up.
Yeah. He likes the logos, you know. He likes the designer. He likes flash. But he has that weird like stash situation. Ooh, it looked
like
kind of creepy.
5 o'clock shadow.
I don't know. But so he comes home. Doggy is barking. And when that dog started barking, when Louis started barking, I was like, oh my God, Myeong-oh's body is somewhere.
But Louis was like barking at the bathroom.
That's why I was like, oh my God, Myeong-oh must be dead or something in there.
Got knocked out in the bathroom.
Something.
And so Jae-joon goes into the closet. He's been robbed. Robbed blind. Daylight robbery, nighttime robbery. Who knows the time of day, but the man has gotten, he's been boosted.
Yes.
He got.
Yes,
and
yes,
so
yes, yes.
the boosters came in, did what they needed to do, got in, got out.
Yes.
Right? But there's no body.
There's no
so
body.
it's like, okay, he didn't get busted upside the head in here, which means Jae-joon didn't bust him upside the head in here. But he takes his dog and he was like, did you watch them do this? Did you at least bite him when he was stealing my stuff? And I was like, what? And then I was like, yeah. Did you at least bite him?
That sweet little cocker spaniel was not going to do anything. He was like, "Row," you know,
like just pure question mark. Like, did I do what? He should have got a different dog.
Louis is so cute. But he calls Myeong-oh and it goes straight to voicemail. Okay, so he's pissed, and you know that man knows how to curse.
And he's
this show has a lot of curse. If you want to learn how to curse in Korean, watch this show.
I had to teach my little brother how to curse. He wasn't good at it, and my mama said, teach your brother how to cuss because he sounds crazy.
You know, there was a segment that I did where like, oh yeah, it's Kim and Suk's drama. It was Genie where Kayoung would just curse all the time too. And I was explaining the curse words. My mom was like, why did you do a clip of that? She was like, why are you explaining that? She was so offended. And I was like, I'm just trying to teach the audience.
People love to learn curse words in other languages. And now we cut to the next bully, which is Sara going through it. She is scratching.
She is going through withdrawals. But
not only that, she's going through withdrawals. There's paint on her hands. So now you can see everywhere that she was scratching.
It does not look fun.
And she's like, I'm out of ice. I'm out of grass. Where are you? She's blowing this man's phone up, trying to figure out where he is. And she is painting profusely. She's acting a fool.
She's going crazy. But I did want to say...
and they show you the bag of money.
Yeah. And then in the Korean, she says that she's out of ice and gogi, beef, like meat. Yeah, that's what she was saying. I'm out of ice and meat. And I was like, that's so interesting.
You think that's like, you know, the way we call like marijuana weed or the devil's lettuce?
Yeah, maybe.
Ganja. A jazz cigarette.
A jazz cigarette?
Yeah.
What?
This is slang for weed. But
jazz cigarette?
You never heard this?
No.
It was like for a joint.
I need like a doobie.
Yeah.
What do you call it, a doobie?
Yeah, grandma. Mind you, I'm great grandma talking about a jazz cigarette. But yeah, it was like it was another name for a joint. So a doobie is another name for a joint. But yeah, a jazz cigarette. You know, if you're smoking the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. Okay, so there's a flashback of her actually breaking into a safe full of cash.
And we assume this is the house of the Lord?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's her parents. Yeah, I mean, where else would she get the money? I can't imagine her like breaking into someone's house. Maybe she's crazy, but I would assume that church seems like it's a mega church. They probably have a lot of money.
It's a big old church.
Yeah.
But why would it be so she stole the church in Korean dollars and then had to have it converted to American dollars?
It looked like, I couldn't tell whether they're dollars or wons, but basically what Dong-eun wanted was cash dollars.
A bunch of money.
Yeah, she wanted American dollars.
I mean, could you blame her?
Yeah. So then they have their katok, their group chat is going freaking crazy. Everyone's like, where's Myeong-oh? Where's Myeong-oh? Blah, 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 right?
But they're not looking for him out of concern. They're looking for him because he's supposed to be doing stuff for them.
They need something. So they're all like, they need, I guess, like, Hye-jeong needs like information about her guy. Sara needs the drugs. Like everyone, the Jae-joon's just, after him because also he
stole
robbed
all his stuff.
He literally robbed Jae-joon.
He stole all his stuff, but also he's like, because one day he was like, I keep having to drive my own car. Where are you?
Yeah, because he's the driver.
Girl.
Anywho.
That's
So-
when he picks up Hye-jeong and she's just like, I don't know why you driving this car like it's yours.
I know. So then Yeonjin is at home reading these chats, right? But she's not saying anything. But we see her putting a bandage over a cut that she has on her foot, okay? So this is interesting.
Well, when I was watching, I was like, do I need to go back? Did I miss the cut on the foot?
You didn't miss anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is something for us. It's another hint, right, that they're sprinkling in. Then Hye-jeong is looking at these engagement rings and she picks the biggest one. And then we see her fiance, who is
a wee man, as my mama would call him.
A wee man, not attractive, kind of rude.
I mean, yeah, because he's like, well, why are you not in heels or ashamed of my height? I want you to be taller than me. And then he goes, make sure he's like, get the biggest one. And she's like, I just want to make sure it's bigger than Yeonjin's ring. Which she could go get more friends. But she's like doing well enough at work.
Yeah.
She's doing well at her job. Also, her hair always looks great.
She's pretty.
She's very pretty.
I mean, so that actress, we'll
she
do
got
a deep
body
dive.
too.
She's in a TV show, duh. She's in another drama that I started watching with your girl Hajiwon. It's called Climax. I know you love that word. Climax.
Climax.
So Climax. She plays a powerful politician in it, and she is a boss bitch in it. I mean, she's the villain. She's good at these villain roles. But that actress, she's lovely. She's so pretty, and she can also act too. So for this week's segment,
what are we doing for the segment?
I decided to switch things up a bit.
Oh.
We can hold the deep dives until the next couple until the future episodes. But I thought we could play a little game this time. Okay, it is
taboo?
Marry F or Kill, female villain edition. Dun dun
dun dun. So who are these villains?
Okay, so I chose Yeonjin from The Glory. Okay. Mo-suri from Queen of Tears.
And you know I love Mo-suri.
And Sumin from Marry My Husband.
Sumin's good.
Yeah, and then for folks who don't know, I'm sure they do, but some may not, Yeonjin is played by Im Ji-yeon, right? From The Glory. Mo-suri is played by Lee Mi-suk from Queen of Tears. And Sumin is played by Song Ha-yoon from Marry My Husband. Okay, so marry, F, or kill. Go.
Well, where do we want to start first? You know what? I'll do it in order. I want to marry a nice man. But in this villain edition, I would marry Mo-soo-hee. Because I feel like Mo-soo-hee, if she's on your side when it benefits her, she is a beast. Like, she will do whatever she needs to do to get things done.
Yes.
You F Yeonjin because you know she's good at it.
Because she's out here having affairs. She's having affairs with everyone.
Yeah, she's like messing around with Jae-joon. She's like, all in her husband's face, being like, "Oh, do you think I'm pretty?"
She's kind of seductive.
Yeah,
there's like little sex jokes that are happening.
There's a bit of a y'all, especially with the husband, which I hear you have to do. And then got to be sexy with your husband. Yeah. And then I would kill Sumin. Yeah. Because she's unpredictable.
She is.
Also, she's so emotional and like her crazy. And to use this for this is so connected to emotional trauma. Yeah. That it's like you don't know what can set her off. Yeah. And so I think that if you're someone who's trying to live your life with any bit of peace in it, if she's the least bit upset, you're going to pay for it. So that I would do. So yeah, marry Mo-soo-hee, F Yeonjin, and then kill Sumin. Okay. You know what's also crazy about these three ladies? They've all killed people. Oh, because Yeonjin killed the girl, pushed the girl off the roof. Mo-soo-hee murdered children and tried to murder a child, successfully murdered a child. Killed the chairman. Killed the chairman and probably killed the chairman's wife. Chairman's wife. Oh my God. You remember that chairman? No, the chairman took himself out because he threw himself down the steps. Oh, yes. Oh my God. The chairman threw himself down the steps because mostly he wouldn't have any power if he was dead. But Sumin went off the handle and killed Min-hwan because in her defense, Min-hwan was trying to kill her. He deserved it because he was going to kill her. Who do you think? Okay.
So I'm going to go with my kill first because it's very obvious to me. I would kill Hyun-jin because Hyun-jin is genuinely one of the craziest characters of all time. I think she's truly a sociopath. Like the fact that she was out here bullying, burning people, like she has no remorse. She's just an awful person. So I just feel like she just needs to kind of like, we got to let her go.
Right.
We got to let her go. This part was interesting, the marry or the F part. I would F Mosuri because I think we switched ours because I think Mosuri is a little too conniving. Oh. She's a little too smart. Okay. So for me, if I want to like, I want her out of my life, so I would just hook up with her and be like, bye-bye. You do your own thing. Right. Like I release you.
Right.
Do your own thing. But I think assuming because Sumin isn't as smart.
No.
There's moments where she would just make these like, she just wants attention.
She wants a shiny thing and she wants attention.
She wants attention.
Needs, praise.
And I think she'd be easier. I know this sounds awful. I think she'd be easier to control. So I would just marry her and keep her. I would keep track of her.
I don't know if it should be easier to control. You'd have less to worry about.
I know what to expect. Like Mosuri, I feel like she would pull out, like she would be out here doing crazy shit all the time.
But also it's mostly he would also have a slush fund of your money. Like I think if you could keep.
Like Sumin was so stupid, she went for Minhwan.
Because just so Jiwon could not have him.
Right. She was such an idiot.
So if anyone has something that she wants, but that's also a more of a wild card because now her attention can shift.
Oh, that's great though, because guess what? Maybe we're married, but then she wants something shiny and she divorces me. Great. And you get rid of her.
Okay.
Couple of short sections, okay?
Yes.
Things I wanted to hit. So Hyun-jin gets into it at work with a younger colleague.
The younger colleague was talking shit loudly.
She was, because she was just like, and basically Hyun-jin's like, hey, what did she say? So my salary is X amount, but my husband.
She said my salary is 2. She said, didn't you just hear that my husband paid for an ad? She said, my salary is 2.2. My husband bought an ad for 220 million won.
Yeah.
So her salary is 10% of what her husband paid on an ad.
So she's like, keep your mouth shut, young girl.
And the lady went, and this is what got me. The girl went to stand up and she sat her back down.
And you know who that girl is? The actress. From Dynamite Kiss. It's Ji-hook's half sister.
Yes.
The girl who used to kick her shoes off and go, Yeah.
It's
the actress's name is Chung Ka-hee. I love her. She's also
gorgeous.
She's very pretty, all natural, no 쌍꺼풀, like, monolid. And then, so Dong-eun goes to her factory friends, Hung-hee, right? And she asks Hung-hee to see if Myeong-oh has left the country because she works at the travel agency, right? He never left, so that's confirmed.
Also, that random country he was going to.
Russia.
The random city in Russia.
Vladivostok.
What is this place?
And then Dong-eun says, this is great. She goes, oh, Myeong-oh's disappeared. SD cards are replaceable though. And I'm like, yes, they are, girl. And then she's like, I need a new butterfly that will flap its wings for me. And she says, it's Do-young. Because Do-young is hot.
She said that butterfly needed silk wings.
A silk wing.
That's a strong wing. It's a strong wing.
Oh, so Do-young has this like public park installation thing, and it's a Go board. So it's a paduk board. It's actually pretty cool. So this man is like, why is he so obsessed with Go? That is my question.
It's like, I think it's like people who are obsessed with chess. It's just like, it's about the strategy. And I've only learned how to play chess 3 times, and every time I was drunk.
Chess is hard.
Yeah, and it's very hard to learn when you're drunk.
So my Duolingo
teaches chess. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I've been like learning through that, and I'm like, okay, interesting. So then we go into the car chase, which honestly, this came out of nowhere. I was not expecting this.
So out of nowhere.
Also another trope, if you think about it, trope tracker. Ting. So Dong-eun's driving her car. She gets a call from Hyun-nam. Hyun-nam's like, watch out, someone's tailing you. Dong-eun's like, how do you know that?
Why are you tailing me?
Yeah, so there's 3 cars in the freeway or the highway, right? One car is like speeding through and they're chasing Dong-eun. So Dong-eun starts driving aggressive, and we have the little trope, right? She's like swerving, all that stuff. And then she throws her brakes on and makes him crash into her, which is kind of smart if you think about it.
It is, because she turns the corner and it's a blind corner. Mm-hmm. And then when he comes around, even if he slams on brake, he hits her. And so it's the best way to find out who's tailing her.
Yes.
Now, if it was me, because I saw her drive off, and I'm like, well, I wouldn't have driven to a secluded area.
Yes, true.
Because everybody knows if you're getting followed, you go to like a grocery store.
Or you go to a police station.
Because you just pull up to the police station. You're just like, hey, your ride's here. So she brake checks them, and then they crash. And so he's like, I want to settle this in cash. Because like the passenger gets out, and he's like, my neck, my back. My neck and my back, which I never knew how to say in Korean. So thank you. So 감사합니다. But he's like, you need to pay me in cash. And they exchange numbers. And because she was like, well, we could call the police, or we could call the insurance company, or we could do this. He said, or you could just give me the cash. Now, what I don't understand is because in America, if you hit somebody from behind, it's automatically your fault, no matter what happens.
Yes.
This must not be, he's just being intimidating. So that must not be the case. Because in America, it'd be like, no, you hit me. You talking about, why do I give you money?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's an intimidation tactic.
But when he leaves, she's like,
oh, yes. And I really like that because she was very stoic the entire time, and she was tough. And then as soon as he leaves, or they leave, she's like, oh my God. Because she's scared, because now she has these threats.
Because he's terrifying.
It's terrifying because honestly, they're thugs. You know what thugs do in K-dramas? They could do a lot to her. They could lock her up. They could do all these things.
Do
I think
we have thugs? You know what I have to realize?
What?
There's a lot of stuff going on
in Korea,
in the world, that we don't know about.
Of course.
And I think about that every time I'm in the airport. And it's just like,
oh, you see the human trafficking signs. I know.
And
it's
I'm like,
if you see something, say something. And I'm like,
it's like,
what do you mean?
I don't know what to say. But like, and also it's in so many languages.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
so let's think about the possibilities of who sent these thugs, okay?
Well, if you're thinking thuggish, ruggish bone.
So we know what's going to happen in the next episode. So we got to think about Yeon-jin, right?
We got to think about Yeon-jin.
Because she's been plotting too.
But if it's Yeon-jin, then we got to think about Yeon-jin's mom.
Yeon-jin's mom.
Because the mom said she's going to handle it.
That's true.
And just because her daughter said no, doesn't mean that she's going to not handle it.
And then I also thought about
Myeong-oh.
Myeong-oh for sure, because he's out here like blackmailing everyone.
Everybody.
It seems like he's going after everyone. And I think he's doing sneaky things, right?
Sneaky leaks, okay.
And then who else could it be?
Jae-joon.
Jae-joon too. Jae-joon has his eyes on her.
Sawdust to going through too much.
I don't know. I don't think it could be.
It can't
girls.
be Sawdust.
I think it's Yeon-jin, Myeong-oh, Jae-joon, or like, have you even thought about like the chairman of the school
getting back at her?
That could be something.
For
like
embezzling
so we don't
job.
know. But the important thing is that she is not like people. She now has foes. The foes have come out. Okay, she doesn't know exactly who they are, but she now has foes. She's always had foes, but. Basically,
is this what the kids call ops?
Yes. And they are going to make sure that this plan isn't as smooth as she expects it to be.
Honestly, shout out to the writer for that, because it's like you want her to have some type of, because she's still very stoic. She's still she's still like, I have to do this on my own.
Yeah.
And Hyun-nam's trying to be friends with her.
Yeah.
Because they still, so when she meets up with Hyun-nam later.
This part was so upsetting.
And she was like, what are you up to? Why were you tailing me? And she was like, I was tailing Jae-joon at the school, and then I saw those men following you. And she was like, oh, my bad.
The fact that she thought she was suspicious of her, I was like, that's not very kind.
It's not.
No.
It's not, because she already said, like, did you kill this man? Did you kill this man? So she apologizes and they make up. And then Hyun-nam tries to give her, she's like, get out the car. She's like, what? She's like, come on. And so she's like, hey, listen, I was happy buying cabbage the other day, and I made some kimchi. Here you go. And she's like,
she says, it's been in the car for a while, so it's ripe. Take it now. And I was like, oh my God.
See?
That car must smell. Listen,
delicious.
I love it. It is a delicious smell. But when you're in closed quarters, that delicious smell, because for me, even when I open my fridge and I get a whiff of that, I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean?
I can't sometimes. I'll open my fridge and I'll be like, what? And my mother go, oh, that's that kimchi, huh?
Thomas is like, oh, I mean, he's okay with it now, but in the beginning, it's tough. I mean, it's not, if you didn't grow up with it, it is a very intense smell. It's delicious, but you know.
I've got to like it more than I remember like my mother one day bought this giant thing of sesame oil.
Oh, I love sesame oil.
And I was like, what the hell is this? But it's got such a low smoking point.
Yeah,
that
you can't do anything with it.
You can't really do anything with it because I tried to make some dumplings with it. I'm just like, this is burning the hell up.
No, you got to always. Yeah.
It's a garnish. So we figured. So we found that out later. So this can lasted for years. But it's like sometimes you have to go. Some stuff you have to grow up with.
And then Dong-eun doesn't accept the kimchi. She's like, no, thank you. Boundary. I still set boundary. I'm sorry, but I don't want your kimchi. She leaves the kimchi behind. I bet she made some great ass kimchi.
Of course she did.
Some delicious kimchi.
I can tell by the Tupperware it was good. But she didn't want that kimchi because you know what she can't do? Pop that kimchi open in a 7-Eleven while she's trying to go in her little...
Could you imagine? She brings a little...
Girl.
While she's like watching Do-young. Then we move to Do-young.
Receive some photos.
So he gets a Quick, okay? So Quick is like a delivery service in Korea, right? So he gets a manila envelope, opens it, and it's a photo of him and Do-young at the convenience store, or Dong-eun at the convenience store.
Where he's refusing to eat.
Right. And we knew this was happening. We knew someone was spying on them because, exactly, okay? So now and also who was taking those pictures?
Exactly.
Well, now we know. We know it was Myeong-oh because Myeong-oh left his business card. So he calls Myeong-oh. Myeong-oh, of course, does not pick up
because he is concussed.
Right. So then, he goes. So Do-young goes to Jae-joon's golf course because he knows they work together, and he's like, "Hey, where's your friend?" And Jae-joon's like, "Oh, was he sending you weird shit too?" So homeboy is out here blackmailing everyone. Everyone knows it.
Everyone can get it.
He's like, no, I haven't been able to be in touch. And then they shake hands. You call me if you hear back, whatever. So
also, it's interesting to see that business cards are still afoot.
Yeah, it's a whole thing in Korea, apparently.
I used to.
I had business cards at Spotify. I did.
I had business cards years ago. I remember Baron Vaughn used to have this joke about the reason he sits on the reason his wallet is so full is because it's full of open micers business cards.
But then Jae-joon's like, lights went up, right? And then
what is it?
Do-young's like, that brand of cigarettes.
And then it cuts to his wife lighting one. Now,
because remember he asked, he's like, hey, did you switch cigarette brands? And she's like, yeah.
Now, as a smoker, you switch cigarette brands, but the last cigarettes I smoked was because a friend of mine was smoking them. I was out of my cigarettes, and I tried one of his, and I was like, well, let's go then.
Yeah.
So you smoke what your friends will smoke, but we see that they're smoking the same brand. It's just like, okay, homeboy's on the and then he leaves, and then Jae-joon leaves Myeong-oh a voicemail, and he's like, if you use Yesol's identity as your angle to blackmail this man, I will kill you.
God. Yeah, because if that makes sense, right? Because that's a plausible thing to cross Jae-joon's mind because Myeong-oh knows about Yeo-jeong, or he knows that he was checking her paternity, right? So, and we know that he's blackmailing. So Jae-joon has no idea what Myeong-oh is out here doing. And why would Myeong-oh reach out in his mind? Why is he reaching out to Do-young of all people, right?
He's like, yeah,
the only connection here is Yeo-jeong.
Right.
So now we know, now Do-young knows, or he has a whiff, or he is suspecting that Jae-joon and Yeon-jin are having an affair. What do you think he'll do next?
I think it's... Well, always be wary of someone who owns a construction company. But I've always wanted to marry a man who owns a construction company because I'll tell you about this, commercial construction will always go up.
That's true.
Will always go.
And he is a much bigger fish than Jae-joon.
He is a whale. Jae-joon is a tiny fish. Because what did Minwon say? Shrimp.
Oh, the shrimp analogy.
Yeah.
Shrimp, you don't want to get in a whale fight.
Shrimp don't need to be involved when whales are fighting. And so he is very much a shrimp. It's almost like in a your arms are too short to box with God kind of situation. You ever heard this? I remember hearing this as a kid. It's like, hey, your arms are too short to box with God. So you just do it.
I just think when I take an arm like this, I think of that skit
Scary
on
movie?
SNL. No, with, what's her face? The gal from Bridesmaids.
Oh, and I'm Denise. I think that he has the full ability to... He can get his wife fired by pulling ad money out. He could buy Jae-joon's entire life.
He can buy that golf course.
He can buy that golf course
and sell it. He can bulldoze it and
put
make
up
a building.
lot.
Make a Paduk theme park.
He can make a Paduk theme park. He could have rides. All of this. It would be go theme park. He could send the daughter to boarding school. Mm-hmm. He has so much money. He has so many means, and he knows his wife is dependent upon him. Mm. And so, and also I think after seeing how his wife's friends moves, because he seems like a man who pays attention to things.
Oh, he's paying attention now.
Right.
His eyes are wide
open, because he probably wasn't paying attention to her little silly ass friends. But now she's just clocking him, and you can see that he's a little unhinged, like Jae-joon. Mm-hmm. So I think anybody who acts like that is very easy to take out.
So now we moved on to these green shoes. Okay, so the green pumps, okay.
The green shoes are they the meal kit or are they the slush fund?
It's one of those, but basically it is a key hint in all of this, okay? Because we find out that so we know that Yeonjin has a pair, right? Yes. Because her little girl wears them, all of it. We see it all the time. Mm-hmm. We know that Dong-eun has a pair because
she walks up to the little girl wearing them and she goes, "My mommy has those shoes."
Yes, because Myeong-oh, but remember that time at siesta, Myeong-oh, told her to buy the shoes.
Because he was like, "Yeah, you got to listen to me. I'm here all the time." And you find out that he's not actually his store. And then Hye-jeong, who's at Jae-joon's house.
Right, because she goes over to... So I'm assuming that it's implied that they're fooling around.
So they're fooling around and he knows... She likes him, so he's basically just playing with her.
But then he's like, "Oh, you have Yeonjin shoes. Those are Yeonjin shoes." And he's like...
She's like, "I got them shoes before her. I was just out of town."
Yes, so he noticed, but he asks her, he's like, "Do you know when Yezor's birthday is?" And she's like, "Why would I?" And then she goes, "Actually..."
It was around Chuseok?
It's before Chuseok because she's like, "I remember Yeonjin getting a date from the shaman, right?"
What is it? A conception date?
Yeah. Now we know that, right?
So they all got them.
They have them. Well, no. So then we see Sara, right? Sara is painting, right? There's a scene where she's painting like a maniac. Mm-hmm. And she paints the shoes, okay? So now we have Dong-eun, Yeonjin, Hye-jeong, and Sara, right? 4 people all with the shoes, okay? But then... we see there's a flashback to Myeong-oh's knockdown murder scene, right? Mm-hmm. A woman, after hitting him, runs out and she's wearing the green shoes. So it's one of these 4 gals, okay?
But I feel like it's going to mess around and be something ridiculous where Sada had the shoes on or something like that.
So...
Or Jae-joon's wearing the shoes.
So we also see that it's the siesta basement. That's where it happened.
Or it's the girl they used to bully. Because if it's the woman in the shoes, so it's in the siesta basement. Mm. So is it... Oh, because remember, Yeonjin has the cut on her foot.
Yeah, in the very beginning, that she has the cut on the foot. And then, so she bandages it up, right?
So it could be her, mm-hmm. and in the midst of all of this...
Yeah.
Because his head was busted open.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple other things that are important things that happen, okay? So Jae-joon gets his test results back, the paternity test. So it's confirmed that he is Yezor's biological father.
Revenge tracker! Dun, dun, dun.
Yeonjin is getting home ready for an event. The girl from the high school, I don't know if we ever talked about this, but that girl that works at Siesta, that was another person that they bullied in high school. That is their high school classmate. So this poor girl is still Stockholm syndroming, she is still stuck with these guys, okay? That's interesting, right? Mm. But she notices the cut on Yeonjin's foot, okay? Mm. Hye-jeong is at work, and she gets another quick, too. Mm-hmm. It's a quick... And it's a bunch of photos of her with Jae-joon and with her and a random man, right? It's the guys she's been seeing. She automatically thinks it's Myeong-oh, right? Because we all assume it's Myeong-oh because Myeong-oh has been sending these quicks. But I don't think it's Myeong-oh.
Because he didn't have the phone?
I don't remember this, but I'm pretty sure that it's Dong-eun because Dong-eun's the only one who has access to those photos because those are the photos that Dong-eun found on Hye-jeong's phone. I think this is kind of like a red herring. I think the writers are trying to throw us off because again, there's like patterns, right? There's like, they're kind of like leading us to think that Myeong-oh is doing all of this, but I don't think so. I think they're adding like they're throwing like, what am I trying to say? They're throwing a,
monkey in the wrench?
Monkey in the wrench.
I don't think Myeong-oh sent any of those letters. I think it's Dong-eun the whole time.
So Myeong-oh left his card.
You don't think Dong-eun could get his card?
Interesting. So now you think Myeong-oh did, that Dong-eun did all of it.
Uh-huh. She's the one that wants revenge. He just wants money. Because she's also going to have to get revenge on him, too.
But she told him that she didn't want the money, right? Oh, this is at the next episode. Okay, so.
Yeah, I think it's her the whole time.
Interesting. Okay. So,
also, I feel like he's broke all the time.
Oh, he's pretty broke. Well, we see that. And then we see that Yeo-jeong finally moves to Saemyeong, okay? So he rents a house, right?
He rents the High Museum. This house was so, and then there was like leaves on the inside. Like, what is this, a greenhouse?
The ceilings were so high. It's so cold.
He's in the High Museum, and then he's renting out an office space. And the lady's like, what kind of doctor are you? You're an orthopedic surgeon? There's a gym downstairs. They get hurt all the time. He's like, as a plastic surgeon. He's like, oh, great. That's amazing. And then he just starts talking about himself. And she's like, yeah, you really didn't need to tell me all this. I'm not interested in all of that.
So that's the same Halmoni who rented out Dong-eun's apartment. So this Halmoni is like, she owns a lot of properties apparently because she is like the real estate queen. Okay. The queen of Saemyeong.
It's K Kim all over again, baby. It is K Kim. For those of you who do not know, if you were living in Norcross, Duluth, Lilburn,
oh my
Georgia,
God, K Kim. K Kim.
Shout out to K Kim.
Oh my God.
The real estate Halmoni, the real estate
she had the houses all over Dunwoody.
She had the houses all. I saw her flip my whole.
Kim.
She flipped all of Singleton Road, all of it. I saw white flight in real time, and K Kim was selling houses to anybody who was not white.
And then, now this gets to like the intense and really sad moment of the show.
Because Dong-eun had a panic attack.
And this is so sad. So Dong-eun goes to the
there's a mechanic to get her car fixed.
And
they cooking that pork in the pan, and the searing of it, she has a auditory flashback.
It's so sad because it sounds like
and they're like, oh, you're not sure what she's thinking about? Here you go. And then it cuts to the curling iron on her arm, and then you kind of hear like the subtle yelling, and then she just flips out. She falls, she collapses, and then her phone goes away from her, and then there's just fresh motor oil on the ground. So now she's rubbing,
just like rubbing it, and
but
it's
I was
all over Jack.
And I was worried. Like I was like at one point, I'm like, oh shit, if this is cold, is she gonna rub this on her since she's freaking out right now? And then a bunch of people walk out. That's what I was worried about, that she was gonna rub motor oil over her arms. But this lady comes up and goes, are you okay?
Her anxiety attack, I think we really needed it. Because I think
she's been too strong for too long.
This is the first time since our high school days where we see her reacting in that way. Because this entire time, right? It almost seemed like she didn't really have time to like, she was so busy getting strong or like plotting and appearing strong, so that we finally see her breaking. And I think this is like a moment of vulnerability that she really needed. It's like a cathartic moment almost, because I feel like, because we see her kind of like doing this when the thugs come at her in the car. So I think this is a moment of her kind of like letting go a little bit too. I mean, granted, it wasn't really letting go because she's freaking out, but do you know what I mean? She's kind of letting her guard down because now it's like the trauma is like hitting again. So I think we kind of like, I think it was an important moment.
Well, we need an important moment because it's like and it makes sense that we go from that moment to when she shows up to Yeo-jeong's house.
Yes, okay. And this was your girl what moment.
And this was my girl what moment. She tells the revenge plan in full, right?
Yeah.
And so she was like, you're a better person than this. When the revenge is done, your world is going to be ruined. And she starts laughing because she's like, oh, you've obviously lived a nice life. Now, she has no idea his daddy got murdered, but that doesn't mean, yes, he had an awful moment in his life that is causing issues now. But she was like, you probably had a nice childhood, had a nice sheltered life. And so, because she only showed him the one arm, and she was like, you only saw the one arm.
Yeah.
And so my kind of the girl what moment was her just kind of standing up and was like, this is my whole body. Because it was like, it wasn't girl what, it was like, girl what?
Yeah, and I think like...
Because she has this moment of vulnerability. And I think she has that first moment of vulnerability at the mechanic shop, which breaks her. And that's why she shows up and talks to him. Because remember, she was like, this is the last time you're going to see me. Because she said, I need an executioner, and he can't do that, right? So last time she talks to him, I need an executioner. He's like, I can't do that, right? And so now he gets to see the full scope of why she's doing this. And he sees every scar on her. And then he goes, I'm in. You need an executioner. You need a person that he's like, I will kill them today for you. And it's interesting because she has these vulnerable moments with Hyun-nam, and then she started pulling back.
Yeah.
But she has this full vulnerable moment with him, and that's when he goes, I'll help you.
Yeah, and I think that it's interesting too that she chose that moment. I mean, I think she needed support. I think like she felt, that's why I'm saying that moment in the mechanic shop was so important, because I think that's where she's just like, you know what? I can't do this alone. I can't be this strong. And I want to rely, or I need to start relying more than I need to find other people that I can, rely on. And I wonder, and this is interesting too, like, I don't think she's really opened, like, I don't think she's told her story in full like that to anyone. I think he's the only person. Hyun-nam doesn't really know. She knows that she was bullied, but I think it's the first time because she goes.
Because Hyun-nam's probably never seen her arms.
So when she's telling Yeo-jeong, because he already saw he saw the arms at the hospital, right? Yeah. But I think it's the first time she tells him absolutely everything. And and being Yeo-jeong, of course you have to say you're going to help her. Could you imagine someone tells you, hey.
Well, when he picks up that little kit, and I'm just like, is this first aid? Sir, it is too late.
Next episode. Yeah.
But that's the next episode. But it's like, because he goes, I'll help you.
He's going to join her sword fight. He's going to be
her executioner.
I will be your executioner, and I will help you with this. So that's how it ends.
I do wonder, do you think that Jae-joon is going to confront Yeon-jin about the baby?
Yeah. I mean, I know what happens, but yes.
He has to pull up in your apartment, sitting on 20-somethings. He's going to act a donkey.
I think that, the important thing is Jae-joon really loves her. Jae-joon has liked Yeon-jin since they were little. So I think that finding this out is probably a lot of emotions, a lot of betrayal. Like, he probably feels betrayed.
I think it's going to give him a weird sense of hope, though.
I think so. Yeah.
Because it's like, we have a kid together. Now we can be together. And it's like, sir, do you have 220 million won?
It's crazy.
To buy ads at my news station.
But I think this episode, I think I said at the beginning, it felt like it felt like transition episode, setup episode, because I think they're laying.
Because we still don't know what happened with Myeong-oh.
They're laying all these hints down for us to figure out in the next 2-3 episodes. So I think that's really good. I really like the fact that there's the Mr. Bob is being, he's going to start bullying her. I like the fact that she has to deal with these random thugs. She has to figure out who's doing this.
Because now she's got new bullies, and she's going to have to handle new bullies while also handling old bullies. And I feel like that Bob at one point is getting kicked in the nuts. I think he's going to try to assault her.
Okay, so for the revenge receipt and tracker, we don't have that many.
Yes.
Dong-eun opens Hye-jeong's phone. Yes, and we think that she sends her the photos.
Because remember, when she gets the envelope, she said, hey, this is my phone. This is too thin. And she's like, I don't know. And so now she knows someone on purpose stole her phone.
Yeah, so that is a revenge receipt. And then Jae-joon finds out about the paternity test results, right? Yes. And then there was one other one that I mentioned in the episode that I forgot to write down.
Well, friends, we are back next week, Sarangees, to chase the 7th episode of The Glory. Now, the question is, la pregunta is, what do you think of our pod? Submit your questions, thoughts, prayers, rants, or whatever at chasingkdramas@gmail.com, or call us, hit us on the hip on our Sarangi hotline at 213-632-6865 and leave a message. leave us a message, but also leave your handle. So if we include you in the episode, then people would know who you is and what's going on. We'd love to hear from you directly. And be sure to follow us on the socials and subscribe because we are still on the road to 10,000 Sarangees. We are manifesting, manifestacion. And we'd love to hear from you. And be sure to follow us on the socials and subscribe and follow us on all of the things. YouTube, Spotify, Apples. Tell your favorite drama addicts about us. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you on the next K-Drama Chase. Sarangees!
Chasing K-Dramas is hosted and executive produced by Dulcé, Sloan, and me, Chrissy, Choi. I edit the audio and video, and our production is led by Thomas Yuen from TY Media and Go Get 'Em Productions. Our artwork is designed by Ice Cream. We're an indie podcast, and we're always looking for fun partnerships. If you're a brand that's interested in sponsoring your chases, or for your fan who just wants to stay in touch, please check out our website at chasingkdramas.com.